Nadine, thank you so much for speaking with me. It's funny, before we started this interview, I was thinking to myself, the last time I saw you was actually at one of the big ceremonies for, well, I still call it Caravana, the Caribbean Cultural, whatever they want to call it these days. I remember seeing you there at City Hall, and we were having a great conversation, and there were so many people. It was a hot day. Food was out. Music was pumping. Everybody was in high spirits.
There was a vibe. There was a vibe.
A beautiful vibe. Who would have thought, as we look today, as you and I speak, the world would be so different? I want to get your thoughts on how we're dealing with the coronavirus outbreak and people being, locked down. Also, because racism is in the forefront now around the world, not just in the U.S., not just in Canada, but around the world. What are your thoughts with everything going on?
It started with the corona, and when corona pandemic started and we were all quarantined, it was just very strange. Strange in the perspective that, I'm head of the Black Business and Professional Association, and we, which is a business organization that's been around for 38 years, creating economic opportunity for Black businesses. And when Corona hit, my first thought was around our members. What about our members? We're working with the businesses in Little Jamaica to create economic opportunity and, awareness for those businesses. And, Rudy, at the best of times, Black businesses are challenged. And at the worst of times, now we're even more so challenged. So we're not able to open. We are inside. A lot of the challenges that we've seen with the Black businesses is that they're not able to participate in some of the various stimulus that's been offered by the government, due to lack of access. And so it's a double-edged sword because we're in and we don't have opportunity, and it's harder. I think the mental health issues out of this pandemic is going to be huge, and that's another thing we have to look at to have wellness as part of some strategy for our community.
Absolutely agree. Now, talking about racism being forefront today, you see it in the news, you see it on social media. Your thoughts on what's going on around the world?
Well, we see it in the news now, and I saw this wonderful graphic, and it said, it had a huge iceberg on the very bottom, and then at the very tip, it says, this is what we're seeing now, but you're not looking at that huge iceberg on the bottom. I mean, you and I know we've experienced this for such a long time. Al Sharpton at George Floyd's funeral said, we've had the knee on our neck. We continue to have the knee on our neck. And what this has done, it has brought it to light in such a profound way that everyone is moved. I think what's interesting about the non-Black community, maybe, individuals would think, you're talking about race and it's not really that important. But when you see it in front of you for 8 minutes, the taking of a life just based on race, it's just so profound, and it's so impactful. And I think that's really why there's such a big movement now to talk about it, to do something about it collectively, because it's not just a Black issue, it's a community issue. It's all of us.
You said the right word about movement, because I want to get into, as we speak, what happened yesterday. Your organization has been around for over 30 years, about Black pride, about pride in general. You folks have been doing this for such a long time. You made an announcement yesterday. People are going, what is he talking about? What's the organization and what was announced yesterday?
So the BBPA, we have the BBPA Harry Jerome Awards, and the Harry Jerome Awards honors leaders in our Black community and supporters also who are championing the work that we do. And so last night we announced at this moment in time, 10 incredible individuals in one area that demonstrates resilience, leadership in the work that we do as Black leaders. And we normally, Rudy, the awards happens in April, but COVID happened and we had to move it. We moved it to October. Now it's going to be in April 17, 2021. But we wanted a moment to acknowledge these awesome leaders, and all of that to show the community that this is possible. This is who what the story is for Black success, for, we have, Cheryl Kerr, who got the Business Award. We have Tanya St. Clair, who got the Leadership Award. We have so many dynamic individuals. And then also we have Little Jamaica, Eglinton Avenue West, that got the award for business. They got the President's Award for their resilience and, all the things that these businesses over the past few years have worked to accomplish. So it is a warm and fuzzy good news story at a time when we need it the most. And at a time when the broader community needs to see what Black success looks like.
You said the word Black success, which is why the name Harry Jerome is part of this. For folks who don't know who Harry Jerome is, please explain, because a very inspiring individual.
Harry Jerome, very inspiring individual, an athlete that overcame so many challenges. One of the stories is that he was injured and he persevered. And his whole strategy is that never give up. His whole line is that go further. So, 38 years, we still continue to honor his legacy and his name. The Jerome family is a part of, giving out one of the awards. There's one award in their name. And it just shows us as a Black community what resilience is about. We cannot stop. We have to run. We have to run further and look at the challenges and work to overcome them. And that's exactly what this award is all about.
So, people should realize, too, this award, this isn't just in Toronto. This is nationwide. And also for myself, I've been honored with an award. I have it on my mantle that I like to clean every day. And I've also had the honor in co-hosting the event. Let people know how really this is a very special award, and it's a very special event because you guys have dignitaries from across the panel who come to this.
Yes, and last night we had Minister Ahmed Hussein, we had John Tory, we had, the Premier who sent a message, we had Deputy Mayor Michael Thompson, great supporters. And, in the past we've had the Prime Minister come and they come to the BBPA Harry Jerome Awards because they want to celebrate in what the leadership in the Black community is. And, Rudy, I always say this, that one of the reasons that makes this particular event and award so spectacular, it is a vision board for Black youth to see what their future looks like. They can look at that stage of all the individuals and say, I can be that guy. That's Rudy Blair that got that award for media. I can be that guy. I can be that girl. I got the Harry Jerome Awards in 2016 for business. And it's a way of showing our kids what they can be. They don't have to be what the media tells them. They don't have to be part of that narrative. They can be a part of a very positive narrative of excellence and achievement and dedication. And all of this is possible when we're aware and educated. And I think that's the most pleasure I get from the awards and what it means. It really represents what's possible for our youth.
Absolutely. And I got to tell you, I think this is a great idea for waiting next year because we got to get the economy going so people can get enough time to go out and get their tuxedos and suits and their clothes. and
all that niceness.
All that niceness, getting their hair done because the hairdressers will be open and they can be looking, styling and profiling for this because this is such an elegant event, one of the most elegant events that you're going to find of the year. So I just want to throw it out one more time. When is it going to happen? And also, social media-wise, where can we go to follow? If any other maybe fundraising events are going to be happening leading up to this, where do we go?
Yeah, so we go to the harryjeromeawards.com or bbpa.org. It will be April 17th, 2021, where you get to see the 10 awesome leaders, Lyric Benz, you get to see Norma McCormack, Cheryl Kerr, Tanya St. Clair, Nathan Hall, Jody Glean, Samantha Mafood, Adam Lake, Trevor Massey, the businesses of Little Jamaica, all dynamic Black leadership, Black success, Black accomplishments. And we look forward to seeing everyone there.
I am so happy for them. Look, I'll tell you very quickly. I remember when I got the phone call and I was told that I had won. No lie, I dropped to my knees. I was so thrilled to be part of this organization, to be part of this. It's an exclusive club, but it's a club that really represents all of us because we are family. I want to say thank you so much for what you've done over the years. Thank you so much for the organization for doing what they do. Thank you so much for having this type of pride being brought across Canada. And I cannot wait to be in the audience to watch those winners, you know, as I like to say, walk that aisle and receive that award, because it is a very, very special evening. Thank you again for everything you've done.
And thank you so much as well, Rudy. And I look forward to seeing you there, and have an awesome day. Thank you very much for your time.